Shalom, children. Welcome back to another Torah Portion teaching. Last week, we talked about the first fruits and the third year tithe that the Israelites are to bring before the priest and before Yahweh. In this week's story, Moshe is still talking to the people about everything that Yahweh is commanding them. He is getting really close to the end of his speech now, and soon the people will get to cross over into the land of Canaan to start a new chapter of their lives. Moshe is getting near to the end of his life and will not be going with them, so Joshua will become their leader when it's time for them to go into the land. But right now, they are listening to Moshe whilst they are still camped in the land of Moab. So let's see what else Yahweh wants the Israelites to know about their covenant with him. Moshe tells them that they are to guard the words of Yahweh's covenant and to do them. And he says that if they do this, they will prosper and have good quality of life. Moshe tells them that these instructions are not just for some of them, but for all of them: the leaders, the tribes, the old people, the young people, the men, the women, and even the people who are journeying and walking with them. That includes people who are not actually standing there at that moment. Moshe warns the people that if they do not listen to Yahweh and instead decide to serve other mighty ones, things won't go very well for them. He tells them that being stubborn and rebellious leads to bad things happening, like being separated from Israel, suffering sickness and famine, and even their land being cursed. I'm sure that made them very sad. But there is good news coming. Moshe tells them that when they turn away from Yahweh and all these bad things happen to them, they can still make a choice to come back and follow Yahweh. And when they start listening to him and return to him with all their heart and with all their being, then Yahweh will gather them back together as his people, and then many, many good things will come. The people are reminded that these mitzvot are not too hard to do. Nobody has to go up to the heavens and bring something down for them so that they can do it. They can make the choice themselves. They can choose life and blessing if they listen and obey. Here is an example that many of us can understand. Your parents, or the other adults who look after you, would not tell you that you needed to do something if they knew you wouldn't be able to do it. When they tell you you need to clean your room, brush your teeth, eat your vegetables, do your schoolwork, they know that if you really work hard and give it your best effort, then you will be able to do those things. And when we are obedient and listen to the people who are teaching us these things, it helps us to have a better quality of life. If we don't do these things, what could happen? Here's another example. Have you ever seen a very small child learning how to walk, talk, eat, or dress? You might not remember being that small, but learning the skills that are needed takes effort on their part. They might not get it right the first time, and so they have to practice and practice. But eventually, if they follow the instructions of their parents, they get it, and they are able to do these things on their own. The message here is that we can do it. Moshe is telling the Israelites that if they will listen and obey and love Yahweh by doing the things in the Torah, the things we have spent so many weeks learning about, then Yahweh will bless them and give them life. How wonderful that is for them and for us. Well, we have come to the end of our story for today. So we will see you next time for another exciting Torah portion. Shalom.